Welcome back to our channel, y'all. It's crazy out there, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a lot of indoor videos in the next period of time because it's not like we can do much outside.
We're making the best of the situation, just like a lot of companies are these days. So, without further ado, here's our video.
In today's video, we're going to talk about the practicalities of moving to Romania if you're coming from the United States or from other non-EU countries.
That's right.
That's right.
Because we have first-hand experience.
Of course, there can be lots of reasons why someone would want or need to move to Romania, and it can be either for work, for study, for volunteering, for opening a business, or like in our case, to be with their significant other.
The first thing you should do is find yourself an Ella that can research everything for you and then give you a detailed outline with numbers and bullet points of exactly what to do. The next thing you should do is follow this outline.
The end. That was the end of our video. Thank you for watching.
No, seriously.
The first thing you need to do is find out what it takes to actually be able to get into Romania. Because for citizens of certain countries, Romania has a set of tourist visas or visitor visas in place.
Check out the requirements that Romania requires for citizens of your country. For example, American citizens get 90 days faux free to just be tourists in Romania.
And they don't need a visa. And this applies for citizens of many other countries. For some countries, though, you actually need a tourist visa or a visitor visa to come into Romania.
And we're talking about non-EU countries, because EU countries can get in here, buy property, get a job, hang out, is no problem.
To find out if you need a tourist or visitor visa to get into Romania, the easiest way is to go to the website of the Romanian embassy in your country, or you can go to the website of the Romanian Ministry of Foreign Affairs, which is linked in the description.
No matter what your reason is for moving to Romania, you're gonna need one website, the igi.something.ro.
No, it's .gov.
Link in the description.
This is the Romanian Immigration Office website, which will basically answer all your questions, and is also linked down below. There is one document that makes the difference between you as a tourist and you as a resident of this country, and this is called the stay permit, or pink card.
The pink card, it's like a green card.
Just that it's pink.
It's pink. If you plan on staying for longer than the 90 days, you're gonna need this permit. And luckily, the government gives it out for a multitude of reasons. Again, all on the website. For volunteering, for working at a university, for just getting a normal job. I think they have special like temporary stay permits. But the one I ended up doing was a 1-year stay permit for just a white collar job. Pretty simple.
A white striped collar job.
A white collared stripes collar job.
There are some things that you need to do before you come to Romania, if you want to move here. If the reason you're moving here is because you want to work here, the first thing you need to do is actually look for a job.
Ella was telling me back in May when I was, I was selling stuff at my New York apartment. I was selling things in my New York apartment with Ella telling me, yo, look for a job. And I was like,
Don't worry.
I'll find a job, no problem. No time. I landed here May 31st with this many jobs and 90 days to find a job.
Get a work permit, get a stay permit,
everything.
And then get married.
Because you have to apply with at least 30 days still left on your permit. Which means you have to apply on day 60. Because it takes 30 days for all that visa stuff to go through. You can't just like run out your 90 days, apply, and then wait 30 days for the visa to come in, what do you do for those 30 days?
You're an illegal alien, basically.
Or you wait in Bulgaria like I did. But don't do that. Apply early. Apply for a job earlier. Apply for a job earlier. Apply for a job earlier.
In most cases, it makes more sense to find the job before you even come to Romania, because once you found the job, your potential employer has to apply for a work permit or work authorization. And after you have the work authorization, you can apply for a stay permit. The process of getting a work authorization takes up to 30 or 45 days. And after that, the process of getting a stay permit takes 30 to 45 days. So it's better if you start all this process before you come here, presuming you have 90 days here as a visitor. Because there's another thing, you need to apply for your stay permit at least 30 days before your right to stay here as a tourist expires.
En résumé, find a job either before or within the first month of you being here, Americans. And then that'll give you 60 days to stay with your significant other and get all your papers
sorted out.
Yeah, get your affairs in order.
Don't come here without your most important documents, which are your birth certificate and your university diplomas or any other degrees that you have. And all these have to be apostilled, because otherwise they're not valid.
Don't Google, where do I apostille my documents, because you're gonna come up against scam, against scam, against scam. I literally called an office in New York that was charging $200 to apostille 2 documents. And I was like, Ella, is that a good deal? She's like, I have no idea. And I had no idea. And so what did I do?
What did you do? You went to the state office thingy?
Well, actually, I did use Google. I just went to the second page. On the second page of Google, how do I apostille my documents? There was a government website, government.gov, and they did it for like $10 a document.
Yep.
So, international driver's license. Super easy. Don't mail it in to AAA. Go to the office. There's no one there. I think I went during my lunch break, like on a Tuesday. It was my WhatsApp photo for a long time. Nobody liked it. but you gotta get those little printout cards, passport size, I think. Go to AAA.
You know better.
Guys, just Google it. It's so easy. That you can Google. Go to the office. There's gonna be like 3 people, no line, just like waiting to give you this. They hand them out. It's crazy.
I also think you can get it online, if I'm not wrong.
Online through the mail, but that takes like weeks and weeks of waiting. If you just go to the office, boom, 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 it's too easy. It's too easy to do it in person. Because like, what the heck? Like, what's the value of this thing?
The value of this thing is that you can actually drive here if you're not from the EU.
But on the paper it says, this does not mean you can drive.
Really?
It says this does not certify that you have the skills. I mean, I'm not, paraphrasing.
I think you should also present your actual driver's license for it to be valid.
You have to, because that AAA card, all it does is translate
your license.
Yeah, it doesn't verify your skills.
Anyway,
because they don't test your driving skills when they give it to you. Anyway.
Okay, that was the driver's license.
So, get a job, certify your documents, international driver's license. Next. Woo! Finding a job. So I think it was the first weekend or the second weekend. I was in Romania, and we're like, let's go visit, the suocra, the mother-in-law in Constanța, 2-hour drive. And no job, living carefree, I was writing every day. I was reading my like Romanian textbook and stuff, like la-di-da, dream life. I was also feeling a lot of things, like I just changed my whole life to be here. What does this mean? But I'll save that for a personal blog post or something. Driving, Ella starts to like, get all grumpy on me. And I'm still learning, okay, like fiance, getting grumpy, like how do I manage this? Ella, what's up? How you feeling? She's like, you need to get a job! She just burst. It was like opening up a Coke bottle, a Coke can. You need to get a job like this. I can't believe. And I'm just like,
I think your sock is gonna be in the fray.
I was like, oh my God, like, you're right. And she's like, you should have applied, when I first told you. And I was like, I know, but I want to be in the place that I'm applying to be in.
I mean, it does make sense. You have to be here to attend interviews and stuff. But like in my head, I was like, no. You have to find a job as quick as possible.
For example, I was sending out resumes to universities and stuff. Like, yo, do you got like some like
positions?
President positions? Is like the dean of humanities position open? Hell no. Obviously I didn't get any university jobs, but I was given some like tentative offers to do some writing for like textbooks and stuff. Didn't pan out. So anyway, on this road trip, Ella shakes me up, wakes me up, whips me up, and I'm like, okay, as soon as we get back to Bucharest, Monday morning, I'm hitting up like,
it's raining.
It's raining. Monday morning, I like sign up on Best Jobs, E-Jobs. Did I use Facebook? I don't know. I apply at all these like
LinkedIn, maybe?
LinkedIn, and dude, it was madness. Every day, apply, and then I was getting calls that afternoon. Like this city is hungry for work. Apparently, we learned this whole country is hungry for work, and there are stats on this. All right, like for sure.
The truth is, the economy here is actually booming. So there's always a need for workers in a lot of fields.
True that.
So
I was on the phone doing interviews the first week. Like if I was applying on Monday, I was doing phone interviews Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And it was wild. It was middle of the summer. It was hot, and I was driving out to these schools and like sweating to dehydration, to exhaustion, because like I had nothing to do. So like if I had a 3 p.m. interview, at 2 p.m. I was outside the school in the car taking a nap. Like
one thing to note here, not only if you're an American, but if you're a native English speaker and you have a TESOL or TESOL, so a teaching certificate, the first type of job you're gonna look for is gonna be a teaching job. And we're telling you there are teaching jobs here because there are a lot of language schools and a lot of private high schools, a lot of private schools like primary schools that do teaching in English, either like British English or American English. So that was our initial plan, basically.
And these were the places that called me back were schools and call centers.
Call centers.
Call centers. Oof. I did go through a couple of rounds of interviews at certain schools. Even did like demo lessons with actual students.
Even got the "you're hired."
I got "you're hired," and like at the very end, these places were saying, "Wait a second,
you do have a work authorization, right?"
Like, of course, because why would you be here without one?
And he was like, "No, I don't. You're gonna actually have to get one for me."
I was like, well, according to the government, like if at first you're supposed to get the job. This is on the website, the IGI. You're supposed to get the job, and then the job somehow applies for it. Duh, right? Look, see, here's the website, and they're like, we'll give you a call back. And the callback was basically saying, our lawyer says it's gonna cost a bunch of money, so thanks, bye.
Yeah.
Lame.
That's sad, but it led to the actual happy ending of this story because in all this melee of trying to find the right job, one company was actually willing to go through the process. Yeah, they put their money where their mouth is. That's the business expression. So one company actually put their money where their mouth is. and
And I did a bunch of interviews with them. Of course, I applied to be a teacher. They called it a trainer because they're, you know, a little more corporate, a little more agile, a little more stylish and non-traditional. So they wanted to hire me as a trainer. You're native, you're in. Let's do a demo. Awesome, great. Next step, meet with the leadership of the company was my 4th interview, literally. And they were like, yo, this is awesome. You should come work with us. And we'll help file for your paperwork. How did I feel? And how did you feel?
So the next step after he was hired was for the company to apply for his work permit first, which took 28 days as opposed to the 30 that are normal in this situation because they expedited it. So that's also an option. And then he could apply for the stay permit, which also took 30 days from the day he applied. And then what?
And then conclude.
And then conclusion.
Conclusion. What's the conclusion?
There can be a lot of reasons why people want to move to Romania. And I think the rules and the procedures are kind of like the same in a lot of European countries. Like if you're a EU citizen, it's much easier for you to circulate freely, get jobs and stuff like that. You don't need work permits, you don't need stay permits. But if you're not from the EU, the procedure is kind of like the same in pretty much all the European countries. What we can conclude after this whole adventure is if you're moving to Romania for other reasons than the fact that you are already offered a job here or a contract here or stuff like that from your company abroad, if you're just moving here to be with a significant other or to just be adventurous, I guess, start things really early, like 30 days plus 30 days can sound like not a lot, but if you only have 90 days as a tourist, it's not a lot.
It's not a lot.
So yeah, that was kind of it. So we hope you enjoyed our storytime / guideline video about moving to Romania. And until next time, don't forget to like, subscribe. How do you do the subscribe thing? Like, bing!
It's always a click. Click.
Like, subscribe, and see you next time. Bye-bye.